Yeah, Raro, I'm Andy from Black Rock Villas. We're here today to have a look around our car. We call her Black Rock Betty in honour of my late mother, who was a very keen car enthusiast. Yes, we've had her up here about 6 years. Very big car to drive on these roads. We do have some problems with the rough roads and it's bottoming out because it's so low. It's powered by a 425 cubic inch 7 litre big block V8, and surprisingly enough it's very good on fuel around here because we're only operating 2 of the 4 carburetor barrels. It's amazing how good it is actually. Yeah, it's had one repaint in its life. It's showing 70,000 miles and I probably think it's probably correct. I like keeping my cars pretty much original. I've had so many people say to me, put airbag suspension, mag wheels, big exhaust, but it just doesn't sit right with me. The only modification we've done to this car that's not factory would be we just fitted an electronic distributor to do away with the points and coil. Makes it more reliable and runs better. Easier to start when it's cold. Yes, she's 5.6 metres long. I don't know what the weigh in at, about a bit over 3 tonne. The engine produces 365 horsepower, which seems a lot, but when you're pushing sort of over 3 tonne along, it's very cruisy, comfortable car to drive. It's certainly not underpowered and it's certainly not overpowered. I believe they had a top speed of about 120 miles an hour. They only ever produced 600 of this model in convertible worldwide. And this is the only known example that we're aware of in the Southern Hemisphere actually. When we bought it here, people said we were mad, and we probably were. But I keep it washed, polished, and stored in a garage under cover all the time. So I think as long as we keep on top of that, we should be able to keep the rust at bay. Parts are very easy to get out of America. The only things I can't really get would be panels, new. You can get those off eBay, but yes, I buy all the parts out of my supplier in America, mechanical parts. They're readily available, they're relatively cheap, and I can have them here in a couple of weeks. The chassis, this is a General Motors production car, so the chassis is shared with Impala and Cadillac. When I drive it around, people say, oh, I like your Cadillac, but yeah, it's similar, it's close but different. A lot of the parts of Cadillac fit this and vice versa. And it's very comfortable to drive. It drives as well as any new car does. Has lots of features. Being the 98, it was the top of the Oldsmobile range in its day. They had the Starfires, the Deltas, the 88s, and the 98 was the top of the range. It's a bit like in the Holden range, for instance. They had the Belmonts, the Kingwoods, the Statesman. So this is basically the Statesman. Now for 1966, it had a lot of features that we still see in cars today, pretty much ahead of its time. It's got electric seats all the way, forward, back, up, down, everything else. Power windows, air conditioning, electric aerial even. Yeah, it had a lot of little electric windows. Yeah, and it's a pretty well spec'd car for its day. Everything goes on it apart from the clock, which I just cannot keep going. So no, I'm pretty happy with the old girl.